What if I told you there are cameras so expensive that they cost more than a Lamborghini or even a mansion? We're not talking about your average high-end mirrorless cameras. These are the most exclusive, luxurious, and rarest cameras in existence. Some crafted from pure gold, others wrapped in exotic leather, and a few so valuable that only museums and billionaires can afford them. And trust me, if you think number 10 is expensive, wait until you see number 1. It's the single most expensive camera ever sold in history. Welcome to Alt Buzz. If you love cameras, photography, and insane luxury tech, then you're in the right place. Today we're counting down the top 10 luxury cameras that only the richest photographers and elite collectors can afford. Some of these cameras are historical masterpieces, while others are made for the world's most exclusive photographers. But one thing is for sure, you won't believe the price tags on these. Now, before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button because we cover everything from cutting-edge tech to legendary collector's items. And if you think these cameras are wild, wait until you see what we have coming next. I want you to guess. What do you think the most expensive camera ever sold went for? $100,000? $1 million? Try much, much higher. Drop your guesses in the comments right now, and let's see if you get it right by the time we reach number 1. All right, let's jump into the list, starting with a camera that costs as much as a brand new luxury car. If you think luxury cameras are just about megapixels and high-end glass, think again. These cameras are not just tools, they are collector's treasures, rare artifacts, and ultimate status symbols. Each one has a story, a reason why it carries such an absurd price tag. And trust me, the deeper we go into this list, the crazier these cameras will get. So let's start with number 10, a camera that costs more than some people's annual salary. Leica is no stranger to luxury, but the Leica M11P Titanium takes exclusivity to another level. Priced at around $15,000, this camera is a titanium-bodied masterpiece, making it stronger, lighter, and more durable than standard Leica models. Titanium is notoriously difficult to manufacture, which is why only a handful of cameras ever receive this treatment. But it's not just about materials. This camera features Leica's legendary rangefinder system, manual controls, and a sensor that delivers unmatched image quality. So why is it so expensive? Because it's a Leica. The brand is synonymous with craftsmanship, luxury, and legacy. Owning a Leica isn't just about photography, it's about being part of an elite circle of photographers, collectors, and enthusiasts who appreciate heritage and prestige as much as image quality. And this is only the start. Wait until you see what's coming up next. Moving up the luxury ladder, we have the Hasselblad 907X Anniversary Edition, priced at $15,100. If you're a fan of medium format photography, you already know that Hasselblad is the Rolls-Royce of cameras. This special anniversary edition celebrates Hasselblad's legacy, combining a modern digital back with a classic design inspired by the company's early space cameras. Yes, the same brand that NASA trusted to capture the first images on the moon. This camera isn't just about style. It features a 100 megapixels medium format sensor, delivering breathtaking detail, dynamic range, and rich color depth. And let's be honest, owning a camera that shares DNA with the first cameras in space is a flex only the wealthiest photographers can afford. At this price, you could get an entire professional photography setup, but that's not the point. Cameras like these are about heritage, craftsmanship, and making a statement. And speaking of making a statement, number 8 on our list does exactly that, but in the most traditional way possible. Now, what if I told you that a $20,000 camera has no screen, no autofocus, and no digital sensor? Sounds crazy, right? But that's exactly what makes the Leica M8 Titan set so special. This is a fully mechanical rangefinder camera, meaning it has zero electronics, no battery, no LCD, no automation, just a pure film photography experience. So why does it cost more than a brand new car? 2 reasons. Titanium and exclusivity. This camera is made from solid titanium, which is lighter yet stronger than steel, making it practically indestructible. But the real reason for its price is scarcity. Leica only made 250 units of this model, and once they're gone forever. This is a camera for true collectors, those who believe that film photography is an art form, not just a process. It's about slowing down, composing every shot with precision, and mastering photography the way it was meant to be. And if you think $20,000 is a lot, just wait. The next camera on our list is nearly double the price. We're only 3 cameras in, and we've already seen Leica titanium masterpieces and a Hasselblad inspired by NASA's space cameras. But now the prices are about to skyrocket. If you thought $20,000 was expensive, just wait until we hit the top 5. These next cameras aren't just for photographers. They're for the ultra-rich, high-end collectors and professionals who demand nothing but perfection. Stepping into the $30,000 range, we have a true medium format beast, the Hasselblad H6D 100C, a camera that boasts an insane 100 megapixels resolution. This isn't just for casual shooting. This is for high-end commercial photographers, advertising agencies, and fashion studios that need museum-quality images. Why does it cost so much? Well, 100 megapixels means an extreme level of detail, something that only a few cameras in the world can deliver. Whether it's a billboard-sized ad, fine art prints, or the front cover of Vogue, this is the kind of camera that professionals use to capture images with no compromise. And let's not forget, it's a Hasselblad, a brand that has been defining medium format luxury for decades. But here's the crazy part. This isn't even the most expensive Hasselblad on this list. Just wait. We're now entering supercar price territory with the Phase 1 XT-IQ 4150MP, priced at $57,000. This is not just a camera. It's a technical masterpiece designed for photographers who shoot large-scale fine art, ultra-high-end real estate, and extreme landscape photography. What makes it special? 150 megapixels. Yes, you heard that right. That's more resolution than most Hollywood movies. But it's not just about megapixels. This camera has a dynamic range so extreme that it captures shadows and highlights with insane precision, making it perfect for large format prints that still retain microscopic details. This is a camera for the elite. People who don't just take pictures, they create once-in-a-lifetime images. And speaking of elite, the next camera is for those who want absolute Swiss perfection in a camera body. Now, this is where luxury photography meets Swiss engineering. The Alpha 12 Plus is a modular medium format camera system handcrafted in Switzerland, priced at a whopping $60,000. Unlike traditional cameras, the Alpha system is fully customizable, allowing photographers to attach different digital backs, lenses, and accessories, creating a setup that is completely unique. But what makes it so expensive? Unmatched precision. Alpha cameras are not mass-produced. Each one is built to order, with flawless craftsmanship and ultra-premium materials. This is the kind of camera that fine art photographers, architectural photographers, and luxury collectors dream of owning. It's an investment, a status symbol, and a technical marvel all in one. And just when you thought $60,000 was ridiculous, the next camera isn't even available for regular buyers. It's restricted to select professionals and institutions. At $65,000, the Fujifilm GFX 100IR is a camera that most people will never even see in real life. Why? Because this infrared version of Fujifilm's flagship medium format camera isn't sold to the public. It's only available to select professionals, government agencies, and scientific institutions. What makes it special? It can see what the human eye cannot. This camera is used for scientific research, forensic investigations, high-end conservation work, and experimental fine art. It can capture infrared wavelengths, revealing details that normal cameras will never detect. This is not a camera for casual photographers. This is a tool for cutting-edge research and elite artistic work. And if that price tag shocks you, just wait until we step into the collector's edition realm, where cameras cost more than supercars. The next 3 cameras are the most insane yet. We've now crossed the $60,000 mark, but trust me, we're not even close to the craziest prices yet. The next 3 cameras are so rare, so legendary, and so ridiculously expensive that only elite collectors, billionaires, and museums can afford them. And number one is literally the most expensive camera ever sold in history. We've already seen cameras priced at $65,000, cameras built for scientific research, luxury collectors, and elite photographers. But now we're entering a whole new world. These next three cameras are so rare, so valuable, that most photographers will never even see them in person. And their price tags? Absolutely mind-blowing. Now, what if I told you that a Leica camera was once covered in gold and wrapped in real lizard skin? That's exactly what the Leica Luxus 2 is, one of the rarest and most luxurious cameras ever produced. Only 4 units of this camera were ever made, and when one resurfaced at an auction, it sold for an unbelievable $620,000. This camera was created in 1932, back when Leica was already establishing itself as the brand of choice for professionals and luxury buyers. The gold plating, exotic leather, and historical significance make it one of the most sought-after collector's cameras in the world. But even though this camera is insanely expensive, it's not the most expensive Leica ever sold, because number 2 on our list holds that record. And trust me, it's not just expensive, it's legendary. That's right. This Leica prototype from 1923 was auctioned for a staggering $2,097,000, making it the most expensive Leica camera ever sold. But why is it worth so much? The Leica O series cameras were pre-production prototypes made before Leica officially launched their first commercial camera. This means that only a handful of these cameras exist, and each one is a piece of photographic history. The number 122 unit is especially rare because it's one of the best preserved models in the world, making it a holy grail for collectors. This isn't a camera that anyone actually shoots with. This is a museum-level artifact, a camera that represents the very birth of 35mm photography. For Leica collectors, owning this camera is like owning the first ever Ferrari. It's the ultimate flex. But even at over $2 million, it's still not the most expensive camera in history. Because number 1 is something even more legendary, a camera that changed photography forever. And here it is, the most expensive camera ever sold in history, the Sousa Frere daguerreotype camera, which auctioned for an unbelievable $6,500,000. Why is it worth this much? Simple. It's the oldest commercially produced camera in existence. Built in 1839, this camera was one of the very first models created after Louis Daguerre unveiled the daguerreotype process, which is considered the birth of modern photography. Manufactured by Sousa Frere, a Parisian company, this camera helped introduce photography to the world at a time when capturing an image was considered nothing short of magic. But here's what makes it even more special. This camera was sold at an auction in 2007 to an anonymous private collector who outbid museums and historical institutions, proving just how valuable and desirable this piece of history is. Some sources suggest that wealthy collectors from Asia and Europe were among the bidders, but the final owner remains a mystery. What we do know is that it now holds the title of the most expensive camera ever sold. This isn't just a camera. It's a priceless artifact, a symbol of the very beginning of photography itself. And that's why it sold for a record-breaking $6.5 million, making it the holy grail of camera collecting. And there you have it, the top 10 luxury cameras that only the richest photographers, collectors, and museums can afford. These aren't just cameras. They're historical artifacts, artistic masterpieces, and symbols of extreme wealth. Now I have a question for you. If money were no object, which of these cameras would you want to own? Would you go for a modern luxury Leica, or would you rather have a historical masterpiece like the Sousa Frere daguerreotype camera? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you think these cameras were extreme, just wait. There are even crazier, ultra-rare cameras out there. If you want a part 2 featuring cameras even more exclusive than these, let me know. Make sure to subscribe to Alt Buzz, hit that super thanks button, and join our membership for exclusive content on rare cameras, tech breakdowns, and photography deep dives. Until next time, keep shooting and stay inspired.